This video contains explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, this is your last chance. This is going to get really fucking offensive.
What's going on? Glad to see you. I'm here to tell you some stories.
Square. The people have a voice too.
I think it's awful. I don't think we need them in town.
All right, writing my column for 14 years has been a long time, and everybody loves my stories. You know, they ask me about celebrities, and everybody knows about me hanging out with Snooki and all that shit. The whole media made it look like I was with her, which I wasn't with Snooki. Okay, I'm going to tell you something about Snooki. Very nice girl. Very nice girl. She's not the girl that you think she is in the media. I don't give a shit. She's actually a really good girl. And I know her personally. So, and she was great. But there was nothing romantic. That was all hype. Another celebrity was Mark Wahlberg. So I was in the limelight and it was like 1994. And I'm in there with my partner, Paul. And I call my partner because him and I owned a gym together, Powerhouse Gym. It was a Wednesday night. I remember it was crazy. Oh, that shit goes on. You know, you got the club kids, half the girls are guys. You know what I mean? It's just fucking crazy in there. We're in there and we see these hot babes and we're trying to kick it to them. And I notice this crew of guys come over. Now this is 1994. And a lot of the guys had on tank tops with skull caps. They were like beanies, skull caps, wool caps. But back then, to me, nobody wore skull caps in 1994. You know, I mean, it was like I was like, look at these assholes. You know, it wasn't cold out, it wasn't winter, and they're walking around with fucking skull cap, beanies on their head. That's what we called it, and tank tops. And they're coming in, and in the middle of them, I see this guy with an Elmer Fudd hat, with the flaps. But it was a red hunting Elmer Fudd hat. It had flaps, and he had a vest on, but no shirt. It was Mark Wahlberg. So anyway, we're over there, and we're talking to the girls, and the girls leave us to go over to him. All right? Later on, we're upstairs, like a little balcony thing. We're upstairs on a balcony. Same thing. We're talking to these girls. Oh my God, Mark Wahlberg. Oh, they leave us. So my partner Paul's like, hey, you know what? He's a fucking asshole. We're never gonna get laid with him around. And now, remember, I wasn't big back then yet. I was built, but I was natural. In other words, I wasn't on steroids. So I was really built, but I was not on steroids. Wahlberg kept looking at us, him and his crew, and they kind of knew like they were taking anytime chicks would come near us, they kind of took it away from us, And then when we got downstairs, his crew started getting a little ornery, and they're pushing people. So my partner Paul's like, yeah, motherfucker. Now my partner Paul grew up in Brooklyn. He's typical Guido, you know what I mean? They kind of start exchanging words. So my partner Paul tells him, yo, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He goes, I'm gonna be on entertainment tonight for kicking your ass. And Wahlberg goes, bring it, like that. So my partner goes after him, and all his crew jumps on my partner. He goes to me, come on. So I go after him. I actually tripped, but I jumped on him. And then I put him in a headlock. And I had him on the ground, like this, in a headlock. I wasn't punching him yet, but I was choking him out. He couldn't breathe at all. And he was kicking like a fish, like this and shit. And I was like, you motherfucker. And all of a sudden, the bouncers come, and the rest of his crew jumps on me, and he started kneeing me. And I wouldn't let go of him, though. You understand? I had him in a headlock, and I just would not let go of him. But I couldn't do it. They were kneeing me in the face and everything. By the time we were done, I had no pants. I had to hold my pants closed like this. I had no shirt on because the guy kept kneeing me. He held my head and was kneeing me like this. And I wasn't even sure who. I don't know if it was a bouncer or one of his crew because, there's so many guys on you. And my partner Paul, same thing. They threw us the fuck out. We were on the curb. They actually threw us. I was airborne, and I was laying on a fucking sidewalk, people standing around, and we was laying there like, oh fuck, all like beat up and shit. My only thing is, I had that motherfucker in the headlock, and he squealed like a hog. He was so fucking afraid. I would not let him go. I had him like a fucking spider. I had him like this. I wrapped my legs, and he could not move. couple months later, we were in Club USA. We were upstairs, and again, his crew was up there, and he was up there. And this time, my boys were the bouncers. We started this huge melee, you know what I mean? And we were kicking their asses, and he got fucking thrown out this time. I don't know if he even remembered we were the same guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that did that to him, and, you know, like, I'm the same guy that he was fighting in the Limelight. I don't know if he remembers that or not. Like, you know, like, when we were in USA. Stern's people were there, and I don't know how the media does it, but they get a hold of us. And Howard Stern wanted me to, he was gonna pay for me to fight Wahlberg in the ring. Wahlberg didn't want to do it. But he had us on the radio show. Oh, it fucking killed him. Come on, guys. Didn't you ever have fun when you take a shit? Didn't you ever, like, it's coming out and you're like, oh, fucking, as you're pulling your pants down, boy! You know, sometimes you hit the toilet. Well, I guess I was at an angle. I missed the toilets here. I missed, and it went there, and it was mud.